Hello, still on punctuation marks. This is the single quotation mark. In English, we mainly use single quotation marks when a quotation or a title is placed inside of another quotation. The set of quotes inside larger quote. When you have a quote, and you have another quote inside a quote, you use the single quotation mark. They serve important purposes, and using them correctly can keep misunderstandings out of your writing. Pay attention to this. Examples, look at this sentence. We have the double quotation mark here. Then we have the single quotation mark. The red balloon is my favorite story. My father said. The red balloon, this sentence takes the single quotation mark inside the larger quotation. The author read a passage from her new book. The author read a passage from her new book. The night was cold and dark. I feel scared, said Jenny. Said Jenny as they headed into the haunted house. Where can you find the single quotation mark here? We can find it here, where we have, I feel scared. I feel scared. And this is the larger quotation. Can you see this? The larger quotation is, the night was cold and dark. Another quotation inside the larger quotation is, I feel scared, said Jenny, as they headed into the haunted house. Her daughter asked, why did you call that man a ridiculous idiot? Now look at this. Why did you call that man a ridiculous idiot? Can you see the single quotation in this sentence inside the larger quotation with the double quotation? Let's proceed. Use single quotation marks in headlines that include the title of a song, short story, or a quote by someone. Examples, in the words of the governor, let it be. In the words of the governor, let it be. I did it for my kids, says heroic mom. I did it for my kids, says heroic mom. If you have this as a headline, you should render it this way. The presidential candidate promises no more insecurity. The presidential candidate promises no more insecurity. You may ask, why do we have the first letter in uppercase or capital letter? We are rendering this as a headline. And when you write a headline, every first letter should be in the capital form. Let's talk about the double quotation mark. This is the double quotation mark. You see that? The double quotation mark appears this way. This is it, the double quotation mark. It is used to quote exact words from spoken or written language. The exact word of the speaker or how it is written in a language use double quotation mark. Examples, Anthony J.D. Angelo said, develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will cease to grow. Develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will cease to grow. She said, come home, saying exactly what she said, saying exactly what Anthony said. Use double quotation mark. Use double quotation mark to show that a word or phrase is used in an unusual way. Examples. What does this expert claim? Now, the expert having the double quotation means that that word is unusual. You don't seem to want to convey the meaning or want to accept what the other person claims himself or herself to be. What does this expert claim? Writer does not think this person is an expert. The writer, so when you write this way, for example, it means you don't think this person is an expert. She shared her wisdom with me. Of course, writer thinks she told things that were not wise. But to the speaker, she was saying something wise. She shared her wisdom in double quotation mark with me. Use double quotation mark to show that a word is used as a word or a letter is used as a letter. Got it? Examples. Look at the word calm in the dictionary. Look at the word calm in the dictionary. In this sentence, calm is used as a word. It is used as a word on its own. Look up this word in the dictionary. Face comes from Latin, meaning the word face comes as a word. To get the past tense form, add ed after walk, meaning that ed functions here as a word on its own or a letter on its own. What are the rules for the quotation mark? Quotation marks are always used in pairs. If you open a quotation, you have to close it. It is compulsory. Look at this. I did it. It is opened and closed with a quotation mark. I did it, he confessed. The period and comma can go inside the quotation mark. You are right. Can you see this? You are right. The comma is inside the quotation. You're right, she said. The placement of question marks and exclamation points with quotation marks follow logic. They follow logic. If the punctuation mark belongs to the title or quote, then it does inside. If the punctuation mark does not belong to the title or quote, then it goes outside. We should have this as goes. Let me repeat that. If the punctuation mark belongs to the title or quote, then it goes inside. If it belongs to the title or the quote, it goes inside. If the punctuation mark does not belong to the title or quote, then it goes outside. Look at this. He said, do you want to stay? Do you want to stay? It is part of it. The question mark goes inside. The question, that's a question. Do you want to stay inside? Generally, if you are not quoting someone and you want to write this question, you will write it with a question mark, isn't it? Now, you are quoting someone. He said, Do you want to stay inside? The question mark stays inside the quotation mark. Did you watch Spider-Man? Now, this is not a question. This is a question, but Spider-Man is not really part of it. Did you watch? Did you watch? Did you watch Spider-Man? Mentioning Spider-Man as a word on its own, then question mark should be outside the quotation mark. Semicolons and colons always go outside the quotation marks. Look at these sentence examples. The following fruits are called tropical: bananas, coconuts, and pineapples. Look at this. This is the colon. It stays outside. It stays outside the quotation mark. Bananas, coconuts, and pineapples. They wanted to watch Spider-Man. Look at this. The semicolon is outside the quotation. They wanted to watch Spider-Man. Tom did not. Having learned all the punctuation marks, this is not an exhaustive list. It's just a few to guide you when you write. You don't make mistakes and you don't confuse your readers. Having learned all of these, when next you pick up your pen to write, or you want to send a message, or you want to send an email, pay attention to all these punctuation marks. Use them correctly. There you have it. Write effectively, use punctuation mark or use punctuation to great effect. Thank you for learning with S Basics Diction. I'll see you next class.